out at Quest Software? What's it look like 2 to 3 years from now from Quest's point of view?
So Gary had an interesting point. Secure today doesn't mean secure tomorrow. Things are going to change drastically. Yesterday's science fiction is tomorrow's science fact. I know this because as a kid, I watched Star Trek, watched them pull out that communicator and went, beam me up, Scotty. And yeah, Lamont, that's Verizon StarTech. Okay. We assume that the architectures we're laying down today are going to keep us safe. And quite frankly, we're starting to see things that are quite frightening. And since Lamont also brought up Skynet, Rise of the Machines, remember, there was a malware that started attacking the global network, and their secret weapon was literally Skynet to go attack the malware. Well, we know how that story ended. And for us, we think, oh, that's just too far-fetched. It's not. Recently, they announced a piece of malware by a group called Black Mamba that uses polymorphic malware. And what they simply did was they would inject pieces of their code into your network that did not have the signature of any known virus. And once on your network, it would assemble itself by using ChatGPT calls to recreate the malware and create a brand new binary inside your network. And earlier I mentioned the idea of legacy identity or inherited identity, for instance, and that being a problem. That is, now that malware is on your quote unquote secure segmented network in a form that you don't recognize, and it's just worming its way through your organization. That's the scary part of the future. So I think when Lamont was talking about quantum encryption, for instance, and all the things we're trying to work on and sort of like surround all these potential threats, that is something that we have to keep in mind. That is, the future is continually evolving. But ironically, if we look at the landscape today, we have enough clues. They're just laid out in front of us to just follow them and start to implement systems that can basically be just as adaptive to what's coming at us, because the future is not going to wait for us. It's going to happen, and it's actually happening right now. And quite frankly, it's exciting at the same time. It's also frightening. But final point, Terminator is the precursor to the Matrix. And if you don't believe me, go Google that, and that'll basically make your weekend.